Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Mind Spun, your channel for your music fix. Now, today, before starting off, I wanted to ask a question to all you beautiful people out there, which is, do you believe that all the shows that are being announced for 2021 carry on as planned, or do you believe the shows will be canceled due to the pandemic, yes or no, and why? Leave your answers in the comment section, and let's get to today's topics. Today, we're gonna start off talking about Bob Dylan selling his songwriting catalog in a blockbuster deal with Universal Music for more than 600 songs in what might be the biggest acquisition ever of a single act's publishing rights. On Monday, the Universal Music Publishing Group announced that it had signed a milestone deal to purchase Dylan's entire songwriting catalog, including landmark classics like Blowing in the Wind, The Times They Are A-Changing, and Like a Rolling Stone, in what might be the biggest acquisition ever of the music publishing rights of a single songwriter. The deal covers Dylan's entire career, from his first tunes to his latest album, Rough and Rowdy Ways. The deal was done directly with Dylan, who is 79 now by the way, and has long controlled the vast majority of his own songwriting copyrights. The price was not shared publicly, but it is estimated at more than $300 million. Now, this deal is the latest and most high profile in this year's hot market for music catalogs. Both young and old artists have sold their songs, while publishers and investors have raised billions of dollars from both public and private sources to persuade writers to part with their creations. Take Stevie Nicks, for example, who recently sold a majority stake in her songwriting catalog for an estimated $80 million to Primary Wave Music, an independent publisher and marketing company. Now, in case you are wondering what is music publishing and why is it worth so much, well, music publishing is the side of the business that deals in the copyrights for songwriting and composition, the lyrics and melodies of songs in their most fundamental form, which are distinct from those for a recording. Publishers and writers collect royalties and licensing fees anytime their work is sold, streamed, broadcast on the radio, or used in a movie or commercial. And Dylan is the kind of writer whose work is really valuable for music publishers. Not only has it stood the test of time, but most of his songs were written by Dylan alone and have been frequently covered by other artists, with each use generating royalties. According to Universal, Dylan's songs have been recorded more than 6,000 times, which is amazing, but then again, it is Bob Dylan. And music publishing has been a little-known cornerstone of much of Dylan's career. The songs he recorded with the band in 1967, for example, which were widely bootlegged at the time and later collected in Dylan's 1975 album The Basement Tapes, were intended as demos to be shopped to other recording artists. Now, streaming has helped lift the entire music market. Well, maybe except for the artists themselves, but them getting the short end of the straw is nothing new. But anyways, publishers in the United States collected $3.7 billion in 2019, according to the National Music Publishers Association, which has drawn new investors attracted to the steady and growing income generated by music rights. Now, if only the artists could get a bigger piece of the pie, you know, the income that artists truly deserve. Maybe one day, hopefully one day. But moving on, we have Gwen Stefani recreating her Just a Girl look 25 years later for her new song, Let Me Reintroduce Myself. The 51-year-old No Doubt frontwoman has just released a new song as a solo artist with a nostalgic lyric video. On Monday, Gwen released her new single, Let Me Reintroduce Myself, using the same music video look she had for No Doubt's 1995 hit, Just a Girl. 25 years later, Stefani is rocking the white crop top with red and blue stripes and matching blue cargo pants. And of course, with a modern twist. Stefani is wearing two gold necklaces, one with her last name and another with that of her fiancé, Blake Shelton. The Boys Judge is performing the new single on the NBC Music Competition show on Monday night. Stefani opened up about her new music to the Saint Lowe show on Apple Music, sharing that she wrote the songs during the coronavirus pandemic lockdown, stating the following: "I just was like, I don't even care if nobody hears this. I got to write some songs. So it was almost like I didn't have anything to say, didn't think until I started writing. I know what kind of music I want to make, and I want to make music that makes people feel happy. There's just nothing else that I do in my life, and I have done so many things that makes me feel ignited the way a new song makes me feel. The idea was to write a song that had a bit of a nostalgic feeling to it. So I think musically, it reminds you of back in the day, going back to where I started musically, which was with ska and reggae. I'm still the same me, but here's something a little bit new in case you feel like hearing a little bit more of me. And as a solo artist, Stefani has released 2004's Love Angel Music Baby, 2006's The Sweet Escape, and 2016, This Is What the Truth Feels Like, in addition to her 2017 Christmas album, You Make It Feel Like Christmas. Now, honestly, I heard the song, it was a little bit underwhelming. The album that I most liked from her was probably The Sweet Escape. But yeah, we'll see what the album sounds like once it is released, and we'll make sure to make a review of that said album. Now, to finish today's video, we're gonna end on a fun note with a nostalgic sketch parody from Pete Davidson that parodied Eminem's Stan in a hilarious Christmas-themed SNL sketch. So if you're my age, which is 30-something, surely you remember the music video for Stan, Eminem and Dido's dark and stormy hit song about a disturbed fan who is obsessed with Eminem. Thanks to continuous radio play and a controversial BMA performance with Elton John, the song became a cultural phenomenon. Now, Stan clearly left an impression on a young Pete Davidson because in this past episode of Saturday Night Live, he played Stan in a digital short called Stu. In it, Davidson plays Stu, a kid with Stan tendencies, so to speak, who sends aggressive letters to Santa Claus begging him for a PlayStation 5. Another appearances we have is by Bowen Yang showing up to mock that time Elton John performed Stan with Eminem at the 2000 BMAs, Kate McCannon turns in a convincing take as a depressed Dido, and Jason Bateman as a hilarious ice-cold Santa Claus. And then there's Marshall Mathers himself, who appears at the very end of the video on a green, glitchy television screen to show off the PS5 he received from Santa, saying, "Sorry Stu, you messed up," with a dismissive shrug. So if you haven't seen the sketch, be sure to check it out. It's pretty cool, pretty funny, a good way to lighten the load from this daily pandemic life, and a nostalgic trip to when Eminem was at the very top of the rap world. But that is it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please help us out with a like, subscribe to our channel for more musical content, and we will see you all in the next video. Stay safe, everyone.